Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The 49ers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Pulled and fired complete. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Motion from the offense. They go to the ground. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy to the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Harris will throw. Gets it out quickly. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Jaguars will line it up on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Dialing up the second down pass play. The freshman just a little too much on that one.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Best. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down at the 12.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Harris back to pass. He makes the connection. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was.
And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting a drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. First down for this offense. From the gun, looking for a man. He's not afraid to go deep. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark it down at the 27.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Defense dropping into soft coverage. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Looking down the left side. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield.
Defense, what are we doing? You can't miss that guy. How are you going to leave the big fella wide open? You can't act like you didn't see him line up. You know where he is. You knew coming into the game he's a weapon. That had to be a coverage bust.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires downfield. It's caught. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Niners. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Leaves it with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Harris will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the returner will be brought down. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the 49ers will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to get the first through the air. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. This offense has a 2nd down play. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Harris back to pass. Looking left. He's got it. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He's got it on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
South Alabama.
And the Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Makes the tackle at the 24, but from inside the 10 to across the 20 on the pickup of 15. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's going to throw deep right side. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big hit.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Harris will throw. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Jaguars will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Harris back to pass. Right down the middle. Makes a connection. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Going up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Snags it down the right side.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That'll put a smile on the OC's face to get a little breathing room. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the 1st down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open, even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look.
Touchdown, 49ers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give on the inside. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Charlotte 14, South Alabama 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Got his man to the left. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Jaguars racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to find his man on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Smart move to get down with the slide.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Harris will throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And the Jaguars looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he splits the uprights, and we're tied in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll return it. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The 49ers will punt this one away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Harris back to pass. Looking down the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy.
Touchdown, Charlotte! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go.
South Alabama, 14.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Jaguars headed quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hines. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. They'll try to pop the draw. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Harris will throw. Trying to get to him. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his tight end.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big plays by not being organized.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He's looking to throw it. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
This is supposed to be the easiest play in football, except when there's this much pressure. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Makes his connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the 49ers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. These corners backing off a bit. He'll come out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense working from the pistol. Give to the single back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Trying to wear down this defense. The 7th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. To the ground to try to move the chains.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on 4th down in overtime. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready up. They'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Charlotte! They jump on top here in OT. Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. The give to the back. Hard running there. Just a savvy veteran, productive run from this junior.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. On 3rd down, going up top. Touchdown, Jaguars! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with a point after. This is like that 2-foot punt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And they did tack on the extra point. We play on 1st down here in the second overtime period. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Harris back to pass. They're bringing heat. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
These guys aren't human anything. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. Blasted as he lets it go. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Best.
Over the middle. Picks up 6. Offense facing 4th down.
They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It is perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
South Alabama, 31. Charlotte, 28.
Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The 49ers have pushed it inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink now. Do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. It's between the uprights and good, and this coach does realize that he's still just lost the game, right?
Score still tied.
So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward.
Get set, get set.
On the move. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
And makes the score. Charlotte, 33. South Alabama, 31.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own.
Let's go!
He's right on target. He's not going to get there as this defense stops the 2-point conversion attempt, and they hang on to this slim lead. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.